I've been an art dealer for 40 years, if not just a little bit more now. Well, I went to university, Trinity College Dublin, and to study medicine. And when I was there, I found that there were a lot of art establishments and antique shops, art galleries. It was a very art-oriented place, was Dublin. I spent my spare time walking around antique shops. I was looking around art galleries, and I thought to myself, wow, I really rather like this. And then eventually somebody in the antiques business, possibly the best antique dealer in Dublin at the time, called me in and asked me if I would value paintings for him. And I thought, well, you know, if he doesn't know anything about paintings, then this might be a little opening for me. I've worked on the principle that, you know, we're going to be happy we're not going to be too greedy, we're going to be happy with a lot less, but we're going to make sure people all the way down the line, the art dealers and the auctioneers and all these other people who are in the art market, all earn money out of us. It's a bit of a hit and miss job, you know. They don't know when they're going to sell the next painting, they don't know when they're going to write the next book, they don't know when it's going to be accepted, they don't know when they get the next play or TV programme or whatever it is. And so it's a bit of a sort of shaky existence. A lot of paintings go out and they leave us, and then they go to art dealers who sell them and make a lot more money, and then somebody else makes more money still. The money, you know. So at the end of the day, there's millions of pounds being sort of generated. My network is pretty worldwide. I mean, I did a lot of work in Australia a few years ago. I'm not doing so much work in Australia now. I cover America from sort of California, Florida, New York, Massachusetts. I do sort of all the corners of America. People sometimes have said, wow, you know, you were in the right place at the right time, or to an artist, you've been in the right place at the right time. But if you're in enough places, one day you will be in the right place at the right time. Gallery owners can be a bit sort of, you know, up their own bottoms, really. And it's one of those things that it can be sort of a bit daunting. You go in there and they sort of sweep you away with a, you know, sort of artist, filthy chaps sort of look. But don't be frightened with all that. Because of Stephen Jews and Stephen Renard and Richard Firth becoming pretty successful, and Richard Firth becoming pretty successful fairly quickly, because of this, a lot of other people followed. They thought that's the key to success. We'll all paint marine paintings. Well, that was quite good. So to stay in the game, all of my boys had to suddenly become better. We'll take a lot less for the work when it starts off, but we'll always be selling it. So there will be no paintings hopefully hanging around. Every painting that comes, that Richard paints, Stephen Renard paints, is automatically spoken for. Anybody really can be an artist's agent or somebody, a mentor for an artist. It's just obeying the rules and using the right inroads. And Richard is a great success story. He went from being a butcher. He didn't give the butchering job up until about 3 years ago, because I always said, hang on to your day job. It's a funny game as being a professional artist. But we've proved that the system works over the other artists that I've taken on. And it's not just marine artists. I work with other artists as well. But the proof of the pudding's in the eating is that my artists have become world famous. The Americans love yacht racing pictures, and the Americans love Richard Firth. And Richard at the moment, well, his paintings have made £50,000.